The story of David and the betrayal by his son Absalom is a poignant and tragic chapter in the Bible, found in the books of 2 Samuel, specifically chapters 13 to 18. Absalom, one of David's sons, harbored deep resentment after the violent act of his half-brother Amnon against his sister Tamar. Although David, as king, was angered by the act, he did not take strong action against Amnon, which caused a rift within his family. Absalom, seeking justice for his sister, took matters into his own hands by killing Amnon. This act of vengeance led to Absalom fleeing to Geshur, where he remained in exile for several years. Eventually, David allowed Absalom to return to Jerusalem, but the father and son were estranged, with no direct communication. Absalom, however, was determined to restore his position and secure his place as the rightful heir to the throne. He began to build a faction within Israel by gaining the support of the people. Absalom's charisma and political maneuvering allowed him to win over many in Israel, and he ultimately staged a rebellion against David. Absalom's betrayal was calculated. He declared himself king in Hebron, and a large portion of Israel's army, including David's trusted advisor Ahithophel, defected to his side. David, caught off guard by the magnitude of the revolt, was forced to flee Jerusalem with his loyal followers. The betrayal was particularly painful for David, not only because Absalom was his son, but also because it represented the fracturing of his family and kingdom. The civil war that followed was brutal. David's forces, although smaller, were loyal and well organized. During the battle in the forest of Ephraim, Absalom's forces were defeated. Absalom himself was killed by David's commander, Joab, despite David's plea for Absalom's life. When David received the news of Absalom's death, his grief was overwhelming. He wept bitterly, expressing his sorrow with the words, "O my son Absalom, my son Absalom. Would I had died instead of you, O Absalom, my son, my son." This moment highlights the depth of David's love for his son, despite the betrayal. The story of David and Absalom is one of loss, family conflict, and the consequences of unresolved tensions. It underscores the complexity of human relationships and the painful realities of power struggles and rebellion.